Hello, comrades. It's Premier Rever, and I am back again. And we are making a little bit of progress on Neuve Revergrad. And we have something else that's going to take a lot of our attention away this episode, but it's the, little micromanaging that we need to do. So probably one of the more important things that hasn't gotten done is this railroad track, right? Because these houses don't have everything they need unless they get down to one of these locations to get to the cinema and these other things. So hopefully this all works pretty well. But nonetheless, we have some steel up here, so we're able to build, the roads and just sort of get this done. So hopefully it won't take too long to do the railroad tracks. Now this guy here, he decided to go this way, which I'm okay with, as long as he's building rails. Like, getting this loop done is good, but it doesn't really make too much difference until the whole loop's done, right? And we're not going to use this. The reason we're getting these people is so that we can take them over here with buses. So, but the problem we're going to have is, or not the problem, but what we need to do is come down here and keep these guys busy. What I did was just because it was a little bit boring, I made all of this electrical track up to here. Now there's two reasons I did that. One, because these guys were all coming in and out, and these guys were trying to do two-way in and out of here, I ended up having to rebuy a vehicle. I was up to 12,500,000 or something like that. So then I had to sell one of these just to unclog the jam. So I decided, you know what? Let me just bite the bullet, and we're going to keep these guys assigned with jobs, right? And then once they're done getting this electrified, what I'll do is I will come up to here and, make it so that they, do this track. So we need to two-way all of this if it isn't, right? Any of these signals in here. But first, what I can do is they got past this, I believe. Nah, not quite fully. Yeah, see, for some reason, I shouldn't have... But it might not hurt, to have this electrified there, like this crisscross. Probably didn't need to do that. Once the crisscross is electrified, then I can kind of send these guys in to work on whatever jobs. But either way, we need to kind of keep them separated, right? Because this guy's going to come in here and then come back. But I could probably assign... Yeah, this guy's going to come in on this track, whoever does it. So we could probably assign like this one. But we just need to keep this going ASAP. It's something else I noticed. If we come up to here, we're really low on electrical components, which is a bad thing, given our circumstances. So I had come in here. This is when I decided to, let's see, which one? Of course, I got the wrong one. 50-50 chance, and you picked the wrong one, right? Notice that this guy this is the clothing railroad cargo station, is going all the way up to the Electronville warehouse. So what I want to do is actually delete this, right? So he'll come over to the Importska warehouse, which is this one, from Electronville. But I want to buy another vehicle, another covered haul. Let's move that up. This guy. Just click on him down here. Let's close this and let's set him up. It'll save a little bit. It's not gonna. It might not make or break it, but it's better distribution anyway, right? So let's just set him to do that, and then he can start even while because we need those components. Now, hopefully, we don't completely run out, right? So there we go. Load, unload, and then when you get here, you can wait if you didn't fully unload. There we go. So that should get us some more components over there, kind of ASAP. Like I noticed no workers is a different issue, but there comes some workers. But if we don't have those components, and then the reason I noticed that was because see, this guy's going out with almost nothing, and that's sort of part of the reason for that. So if you ever see that, there's something wrong, right? Because they almost always take a full load unless they can't. So yeah, say this guy has Well, he got some, but then the other guy didn't. So we'll see. We might just drain this out. And, you know, one of the things that happened, too, that kind of spurred me to do this, you can't see them anymore, but, like, there was 3 trains came down here right in a row. That was when I had the fiasco and had to sell the guy. So, you know, like, they should be a while, or at least as long as possible to do that. Now, I mentioned 2 reasons. One was because of the fiasco of selling it. The other one is, when it comes to these tracks, I plan on the ability to take crops and share them between the things. Now, I know we might send some crops over to here, but we have yet to work that out. I don't know if we're going to end up with like 2 parallel tracks in here or not. But either way, we kind of need to get this done. And then I'm going to have a fiasco. This is maybe a third reason. I'm going to have a bit of a fiasco here getting them in to build these tracks. Now, I could kind of do it this way, but it's got other problems, right? Because this isn't really set up. I do have a crisscross there, though, don't I? Yeah, I mean, I guess I could just build everything from this way, but I still need to come in here and build like this part. Now that gets into a comment I got from Nino, and I'm not sure if you guys know of a trick. He said that I didn't, in the last episode, I sort of it's not cheating. I mean, I auto-built this stuff. And he said I didn't need to do that because he built them and the track, they just go backwards on themselves. Well, like if I come here for a second, and then, like, this is a very similar situation, right? Where they would have to come up here, turn around and go back. It says doesn't connect. Now these are 2-way signals here, so there's no reason they couldn't come up here and go back. Like, so, you know, I don't understand. If there's a trick to doing that, let me know. You know, because this is another one I might just, you know, we might just end up purchasing that. Now, you know what, now that I look at that too, you know, I think I'm just going to electrify this little portion. Nope, not there. Why not, right? Because if we ever do build that, let's just do electrical from the end. And another thing, speaking of, yeah, what are you guys doing? You're okay? Yeah, we just really need to keep it close. Yeah, that's, you know what, we need to, why are you, oh, you're red because you're feeding back on yourself, because during that little fiasco, there we go. Yeah, I tried to delete that to try to get him to go back in, but once he got on like this portion of the track, even reversing him, he wouldn't go any further than that node right there, right? So it was like he just sort of got stuck right here, and then I had 3 trains waiting, and I don't know of any other way to get him off of there. I mean, and even where he was at, because he was on this little stretch, like I thought, well, I could send him back to the depot, but no, you can't, because there's no way for him to get to the depot, right? He can't turn around any place. So, in any event, yeah, he's going to be done that project like lickety split. So let's see, did we get some more electronic components? Yes, very good. Yeah, and it's actually kind of full, so that's a positive thing. Yeah, see, so that guy's done. This guy's gonna, they get done, these electric tracks, if you do it like this, like really fast. So yeah, let's send him to work on this one, and that should get him to go all the way down there. And then when that guy gets done, yeah, let's make sure that other, there we go, yep, he just got done. So let's take our chance. Oh yeah, this is going to be like the same track, huh? Yeah, is there anything? No. But you know what we can do? Well, even the crisscrossing. Let's just have him start working on like this one, right? Yeah, this one. Now the problem is he'll mess him up a little bit because he'll be blocking the signal, right? Well, this guy will get back out, and hopefully he'll come back in on the other track and not have the signal too blocked. But again, like I said, they're pretty quick at this electrical track once the other one's laid. Now, let's see. Hopefully this is still going on. But I wanted to show you, if I could, oops, the fiasco that is trying to build, like, we've got this guy assigned to building the tracks, right? They're not having a fiasco, are they? No, they're going back and forth. But like every time they get one of these sections done, See, like this guy, like, built the electrical track, and then he had to go all the way back, and now he got other components to be able to lay the rails. So like when you have like these little stretches of it, it's just, you know, definitely if you guys don't know it, like, you know, and this guy, well, he's just building rail, but when he gets done this section of rail, which is a little bit of a long one, he goes all the way back, and then he gets the electrical components, and then he finishes this instead of just like finishing that bit of rail if he has the stuff. So definitely try to, oh, we must have no workers, which is another little project for the episode, is I want to put down 2 houses, one here for the workers, maybe over here, but I want to get a better situation. Like I tried to put educated people in here and they wouldn't go. So, you know what, while we're just standing here looking, then we'll go down and check that other, make sure those guys are still busy. I just want to put one of my favorite flats in here. It holds 75 people. It's like kind of the perfect amount for a school. Yeah, I can't squeeze. I didn't think I could squeeze that guy in there. So we're just going to put him. You know what? Let's make it so that we know we can get the footpath past there. Might as well bunch him up this way as much as we can. There we go. So now let's get this guy working on. So it's nice to have a couple people over here. It's certainly speeding up this. Now you know, as far as our money goes, we seem to be in pretty decent shape. So we'll have to come back up here and get that going. But then we can, you know, we'll have a house right there. We can know we fill that up with teachers. I did go around in between the episode and just like re-up all of our teachers. Another thing was a comment from Steve we're going to want to get our bitumen train going here pretty shortly. So otherwise we're going to start running out of fuel. And yeah, so that's something else to do, hopefully in this episode. All right, how are we doing over here? You're not having a fiasco, right? You know, I should probably just leave this open. Yeah, where are you guys? You may be having a fiasco. No. Yeah, see, no electrical components. That's going to be a problem with my little plan here. Now, do we have a train backed up? No. Good. So we're still in good shape as far as not having a train backed up. Now that we're down here, okay, good. You're done an assignment. There we go. And then, yes, look, we got another one of these houses, so that's good. I don't know how you got 3 students in there, but I'm okay. I wish they would suck students into there automatically more, but that's good. So now we can dump people into here to get them educated. I thought about that when I was like from other towns mostly. All right, so now you can work on. Okay, well, I clicked through, but that's okay. All right, good. So you got out there, and you're probably waiting for electrical components, which. Yeah, see, we're cutting through them so fast. We're not getting enough of them down here. We should almost put like another... Do we have a truck sitting around, a covered haul truck sitting around anywhere? It would be... Nah, that's open haul, I can see. Nothing in there. Where's the depot over here? Right there. Nothing in there. And there's only one other depot, which is probably good to end on it, because this is where, you know, I don't know, even if this is temporary, hopefully we'll remember that it's temporary. Let's come here, and there should be weird plastics. Electronville warehouse. How many vehicles? That's going to be a fiasco. Let's just do this. So we'll just get 2 trucks driving these down here, and that'll have to be enough. Electrical components. All right, you might as well start, and then. We're just going to have you loop in. Hopefully we remember that we, you know, in the near future, we don't need 2 trucks doing that, I don't think. Now, it does lead to a question of, you know what, we really could use more of those down here, huh? Because we are going to build more electrical tracks, so let's just do that. We don't really even need this alcohol in here. I should probably just sell it off. There we go. So anyway, so there, you know, that'll give us a better chance of getting some more down there. Now they go a pretty good distance with those electrical components, but we just need more than we have. All right, let's let this guy get done. Yeah, we're looking for these little symbols, so then I got to get in on this one. Yep, let's go. Can I reach from here? No. There is a limit to how far you can click. Oh, look, nothing's assigned. So this is the kind of babysitting you need to do sometimes, right? Now this guy's going to be coming in on this rail, which is, so we want to, okay, so why'd you, there we go. See, sometimes it does that because I think what he was going to do is, this is where what Nino was talking about, like, because he got this one done, I think he assumed he might go down this one, right? But they just like choose to do that. Like he might have done that if he had had extra rail supplies, like because this one isn't built at all yet. So I think that's why he didn't just continue laying the tracks when he got done, if that makes sense. Because usually they just keep going and going and going, which is nice. Now look, they're coming back on the same. Really? Or are they? Yeah. All right, let's cancel that. Oh, because I got it. Yeah, there we go. Now that that's assigned, he'll go out on the other track. Yeah, that was somewhat of my fault. Now I can assign this one. Right, because it was, does that make sense? It was the first one on the list because I should have assigned this one first, and then he would have gone out on the other side. All right, good. So that should give us a few minutes of no fiascos down here. And I guess the thing to do is the other schoolhouse that I want to build. And that will be over here in Kemsol. That's not Kemsol, that's Kameen. Right? Like and the other thing I noticed, two things. One, when I looked the other day, I couldn't see any difference with these dots. Let's close, or shrink this up. I just wanted to show you the life expectancy here. It's still 86, so we're okay. And this can be where we put hospital workers potentially. I really wish there was a way you could specify to just send like a smaller percentage there. But in any event, hopefully we can put a house, I'm thinking like here, where they can get to both of these places, right? And then stop using this big one where I have them going to the bus stop. Like we can just take 75 people and put them in there. Does that make sense? And that should be plenty for the hospital and the other. So let's come and do one of my favorite flats. Come on. Really? You know what? Let's... The little footpath is in the way. Little footpath plan. There we go. Yeah, now I can get it kind of nice and close. Yeah, let's get a little, yeah, like that right there. Good. Then we can still get that footpath passed. So now that means we have to figure out somebody who can come down. Oh, you know what? We have a whole construction crew sitting here doing nothing. All right. So let's see. Let's head back here and see if they're done their road that we needed, right? No. So I think they have a bunch of jobs. All right, so now let's go back, check on the fiasco. Now these guys should be in good shape. Probably double checking too soon. Yep, there he goes. Where's the other guy? Yep, here he is. Good. All right, so for now they're okay still. All right, what else? So we'll have to remember to go back and do those schools. I think I'd like to talk about, got a little list here, not too long. I think I would like to talk about fuel and bitumen distribution. In the meantime, what I think we can do is fire up our bitumen train, right? Now, I'm not sure if it matters. You know, we're not doing great on either, so I think we'll do what we were doing before, which is to go to Importska to get NATO money and Molina to get whatever. Now, we do have some bitumen, so let's just... Nope, he did go switch. It doesn't matter. He was saying go to Molina next, but as soon as I hit start, he went to the first one. That's fine. We'll send them up to get refilled up. It's not that far away. Then he'll go to import. Oh, no, you know what? Never mind. He'll become part of a fiasco. Yeah, for now, let's just take this off and this off, and it will send them up to Molna. Not Molina. Molna. The funky cold Molina, right? Yeah, there we go. So that should get that going. Now, I would like to add potentially a fuel distribution, right? Like there's, what do we got going on here with the question mark? Oh, you can't get to your thing either. Yeah, you know what? I want the steel to keep flowing. So we're going to have to remember, yeah, let's keep that steel train off to the side there, and hopefully, no, I did the right one. Yeah, you should lose your question mark, buddy. Yeah, we don't want the steel held up too long. Oh, that's probably why we don't have a fiasco there, is we got these guys. Yeah, there we go. Good. Yeah, we want the steel to flow, even if it's not down to there. They're not using that much steel down there. But in any event, we want to come up here and get some fuel. And I think it would be good if we could start at least planning out like a distribution. And, yeah, see, this is... Yeah, if they're going to just sit there, that's like more... I was hoping they would just come down and start heading that way, but now that I think about it, I don't know why I expected that. Now this guy, I should send one his way. And then what are you doing? Yeah, you know what? You should... I want them to come back and wait when they're empty, but they just about have this emptied out, so that's good. Right? Because really what I was thinking just now, like where would we... You know, the idea would certainly be that we would, you know, distribute fuel, and this is just so jammed up right now. It's, even if we could fit it in here, just the rails are so complicated. I think over here would be a pretty decent place to, you know, have like a fuel and bitumen drop off, right? And we have, well, this whole fiasco, but what I'm thinking of is that we do this a little bit different at that point. Like where it's not like this, they turn this into a loop. And while it was a beautiful idea, I think that what I need to do is get rid of most of this, you know, looping and all that stuff. So let's start destroying some things. We could get to use the real powerful demolition tool, right? Because it doesn't even matter if we click through. Now, hopefully, yeah, we're just going to get rid of all of this track. And what I want to do is just have them come in and out as best we can. Okay, you know what? We don't need this guy anymore either. Yep, and let's we'll just use the railway tool. Right, so the part of the problem is they could use this as a turnaround, which caused a big fiasco in there, right? So this still needs to be emptied out. So let's see what we're going to need for this, and this is pretty flexible compared to a lot of things. I guess we should actually start out over here in the pipes, right? So is there any... I don't think there's any reason we can't use this for both, right? We would probably do it like this way. Yeah, like this way. Let's turn so we can see a little bit better. You know what? Turn the other way because that. Yeah, let's get rid of these roads here. And we'll do this as a little bit of an experiment, right? We'll see how well this works. Since we sort of have the space and the tracks are sort of ready for, you know what, I'm going to make this a little bit longer in case we get a, well, no, there's nobody else coming down this road anyway, so, yeah, maybe a tiny bit longer. There we go. Alright, so you can start working on that immediately. Alright, now let's go back over to here real quick. Good, you got electrical components, but you only have one job assigned. You know what, let's do this. And then, okay, so you're working on the rail out there. So is there anything else in here to work on? No. I don't see any of those little construction symbols. It's all just, oh, yep, I do. Is that? How'd that get electrified? Now, are you on the same track as the other guy? Yes. So there's a chance that they're gonna. There's a chance that they're about to conflict. But we'll just have to see. You know what the thing to probably do is let's cancel this guy so he disappears. And then. Yeah, that guy's going to come in. Now he's going to come in this hand track. Oh, you know what? We can still do this one over here too. All right, so this guy's going to be on this track. I didn't really need to cancel this guy though. I don't know. He needed supplies anyway, so I guess it doesn't hurt. Good. And it's kind of good we're getting this one done first, I think, on this side, because then they won't go in there. Alright, anyway. Alright, so let's head back. Now this, by the way, this constant jumping around, checking things. Yeah, this guy's up there, is why, you know, you get this, there you go. So now we're causing the fiasco, but we're just doing everything we can, right? Alright, so now we have this guy getting built, and he's building. So anyway, this, you know, like this constant distraction of having to go check things. And even then I'm, you know, ignoring checking all the other construction sites and keeping people busy while all this is being built. But anyway, this episode we're going to just keep plowing forward for a while. All right, so now what we need, I would like to do, I think like two, we might not build this immediately, but I would like to do, oh, wrong one. Like 2 tanks. Yeah, like this. So this tank could go like here. And this tank could go like here, right? So the train will drop off into this tank. And then, yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a problem. Getting all this in here. Yeah, I really wish we had that thing emptied. Question is, yeah, so we won't be able to build this. Question is, nah, you know, the problem is I'm not going to be able to get a road and the thing. I need this to be emptied first. That's all right. We can keep laying out what we can lay out, right? Yeah, so this one's going to be for, well, let's see. Yeah, that's going to be for the trucks to pick it up, and then we'll need like another one of those. Well, probably like right here, right? Yeah. Now it would be nice if the train could go straight through, but now that, you know what, the straight through is part of the problem when they cut through. So let's sort of line this up so we can get a road like straight in between these two. Yeah, and I think I want to move this tank over. There we go. And then what we need to do now is get the train tracks into here. So what I would like to do is make sure we make this kind of plenty long enough, right? So we want plenty of space here before we even start and consider a turn. Because what I would like to do, yeah, you're not really, you know what, even further. Even though we're going to kind of loop around in a goofy way, I'm okay with that. I don't think I would ever build anything behind us. Alright, so now, yeah. And then what I want to do is when we get done this, well, let me think about this. We want to crisscross and be able to get in and out of here. Yeah, no, you know what? I changed my mind that quick. Let's go from here, get rid of that. Yeah, so I want a little bit of extra space, but then we'll do like a crisscross in this area. So let's bring this a little bit straighter. Well, I want to make sure they can get in and out of here with no problems. There we go. Nice crisscross. And then, yeah, then they can turn. And this is the tighter one of the two turns. So now hopefully, can we... It's going to be too tight. Probably go back a little bit. Yep. Right, so then we could signal this. Yeah, I think that'll work, right? So now we just have to get the construction crews in and out of here. Yep, that means we need to one way. Yeah, let's commit to this. How are these guys doing? Oh, gotta go back down there. Alright, do we have electrical components? Yeah, what are we not working on? Or what did we get finished? Probably got finished this little ditty here, right? Yes. So now let's send this guy. Yeah, work on that. And then, how are you doing? You're almost done, aren't you? No. You're okay. Now I kind of almost want to intercept him. Hopefully I can, and then it would be almost good to have him build this part, even though I know our whole rail system is stopped right now. It's better than getting these guys where you have to sell them for 500 grand loss because there's no other way to get them to do what you want, you know? All right, well, anyway, we got them assigned to 2 projects. Let's head back over here. Yeah, we got all kinds of question marks on train, so that's okay. All right, good. So now what we want to do, and this will be a bit of a fiasco in its own right, is let's come back to the signaling. And this should be a regular signal. Double chain signal. Double chain signal. Right, and then this. Yeah, and then what I think I want to do is, for now, yeah, we're just going to put a double signal here, and then these guys hopefully won't run out of steel in the meantime. And let's, good. So the fact that they can work on them is good. So hopefully they won't cause too many problems in this intersection. But there we go. So we have the ability, well, no, we're not done, but, you know, I don't know how long, you know, we got a few. Is this guy, yeah, he's loading when he gets here, though he's probably usually pretty full. Oh, he's on his way, so he'll take some stuff out of here. That's good. Yeah, so hopefully we can delete that kind of stuff. I'm not too worried about deleting it because we've got plenty of other things to build, right? So let's get these guys attached, right? And then the other thing, yeah, we don't need any here because then what we'll do is we'll have another pipeline here. So yeah, so let's figure out how the road would get in and out of here for construction purposes. I think like along here, more or less. So the reason I say that is, do we want an asphalt road? No, you know, we just want a dirt road. We don't need anything. And fire truck should get in and out of here. See, what happened there? Really? Some other infrastructure's in the way. What other pipe is in the way? I don't know. Whatever. All right. So now what I'm thinking of is, like, we bring this guy out here. Let's put this other tank in place, just because. Yeah, and it would go like this way, right? Yeah, that looks pretty even with the other one. So yeah, it's that our little thing there is just sort of in the way. So now what we need to do, the reason I built that like I did was, will you do that? No. Okay, so we can go across. A little goofy looking, but as long as the construction vehicles, and then what we'll do is, once this guy's empty, why not just let him empty? We can see what I mean, where we can do that. Now the other question is going to be, what do we have power over here? Is that? Yeah, that's going to be on the borderline, but we'll see. All right, so let's commit to the pipes. This is very steel intensive, so I'm not sure how quickly we're going to get on this, but at least for now, we have it planned, right? And then if I finish this up at some point, but then we can get, you know, fuel distribution going over to here. Now the other, and then from there we can like fill up whatever gas stations with the trucks and save a little bit of fuel, and but also, almost more importantly, we'll be able to, you know, like take those trains, and once we send them on the loop, we could then have them export stuff. All right, so how are we doing over here? All right, so you guys are both busy. So that means you were working on this. Yeah, you just sort of got out there, didn't you? And you are, yeah, you're still plugging away, going up that way. It doesn't look like you have a lot of workers, but at least we have electronic components. Yeah. So I guess that's all we can get in there. Now, how are we doing here for electronic components? We're holding our own with the 2 trucks coming, so that's good. All right, very good. All right, so now, more fuel distribution. I think I would definitely like to put some fuel distribution like down here, because we're going to have, you know, we have quite a few vehicles here, and we're going to have this whole clothing thing. So, you know, but I don't want to do that until we're ready to build the clothing thing. But picture one day we'll have another fuel distribution thing over here. And then I'm thinking of, yeah, like, well, we already have the fuel over here, so there's no, at this point, no need for that to change. But over here would be okay, but I'm really thinking that the other distribution should be here, right? Because this is where more of the hub of trucks and all, I mean, we'll have a little bit of activity over here, but then, you know, another one would be nice to get up in here someplace, right? We already have the bitumen, so there's no reason we couldn't bring the bitumen in by rail, or the fuel in to this same place, right? We might want to change it and do like the crisscross thing so we can get 2 trains in there. Can we get another train track past that? Just in case they both get there at the same time, right? Let's just see. Can we get this guy? Yeah. And then you know what we do? Right? Yeah, we'll have to put some signaling on there so that it's not a fiasco, but yeah. And then the other thing is like, because these pipes are so flexible, yeah, I think we just build, well, really we just would need to build some tanks, wouldn't we? Or do we pipe it? like say up to here where they would come up to this road to get stuff, right? What are we doing here? Let's see if they stop when they get to 100%. I'll leave that open for a second while we put in the wireframe. Yeah, you know what? I think I might do that, even though it's... I kind of have this... Yeah, I kind of have that wrong. Right, because I don't think this is going to work real well. It's not going to work like one of these... It's almost like I need a pumping station. Yeah, and see, I kind of have this all for bitumen. That's the only other problem with that. Yeah, I think I'm trying to... Well, no, you know what? We don't want a whole separate bitumen thing. I think it would be a matter of... Do we just get rid of... Redo this, right? Like, what was my thinking? If we come here to the pipes... Yeah, this is coming back in. Okay, so this is like a bitumen... Just a bitumen only thing is what I was doing here, right? Now, you know, I could probably, let's see, can we could still do the fuel thing, maybe. No, you're not gonna, yeah, you curve that way, but you won't, will you go over here? No. Will these guys cross each other? Yeah. Are you sure you won't go over here somewhere? So this is, because we could kind of do, well, you know what, no, we don't even, yeah, this is the out. That's, you know what, we can cancel that. Yeah, we committed down there, I hope. Yeah, you know what we're going to do? We're going to get rid of this pipe. We're going to need to make this... Yeah, okay, there you go. That's what I want you to do. Now will you go over there? Yes. You, yes. Right, so when we drop off fuel, you know, bitumen should go here, and then when we drop off fuel, we can have it come up. And so what that means is we'll put, let's get some level and action going, hopefully. Right, so we can put like a little fuel, you know, let's level even further. Oops, we kind of are getting into steep territory. Slow down a minute. So what I'm thinking of is, I'm not sure how well it will work. But can we improve that bitumen situation a little bit? Like, in other words, if we got, like, we kind of made that, like, circular. I don't know that we really... We could just make that the drop-off like we did in the other location. Does that make... Let me see if that makes sense. So, in other words, this is where the trains would drop it off. And then we would get rid of this other pipe as well, right? So, bitumen could come in here. And then we would put, like, another bitumen tank... Yeah, but see, that's where I think I need to get rid of this tank. Oops, you know what? Let's go down here and take care of this. What did you get done? Over here. Yeah, so you're all done in here. That's excellent. All right, so that means I should assign you to... Oops, back here. Yeah, that one. Now, are you... No, you can't get back because of a signaling thing, I bet. Yeah. which we would need anyway for... Yeah, and that's fine. Yeah, you need to get back to get a little bit more supplies, but you know what? I'm going to cut you off now that I think about it. So which one is this? 14. Yeah, let's cut 14 off. That'll send them back kind of a little cheaty anyway. And then I want to get, while we have this closed off and they can't get in there, let's get them to start building this, right? Just so that we don't have to deal with the trains coming in and out. And does that make sense? Very good. We're not getting as much done as I was hoping to, but we are getting a little bit of fuel thing going here. Oh, I didn't mean to close that. We need to keep that shrunken. There we go. So we'll keep an eye on that, make sure it goes pretty well. That'll give our electrical components a slight break anyway. I went too far. Yeah, so anyway, what I'm thinking of is we probably should get rid of this. Get rid of this tank, right? Or at least get rid of this connection here, too. Yeah, let's build another tank up on top of the hill and see how this works out. I know that the pumps are helpful at times, but I think the only thing the pumps really do is give you... Yes, we would want this to be... Like if you don't have a pump, everything just flows to its own height. If that makes sense. Just lower this down so that pipe can go. So what I'm thinking of is, let's get rid of, even though I know this might cause problems until we get it built. Well, you know what? Let's get it built, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pipe. Oh, that's the wrong way. So this is out, and that's out. Yeah, so this pipe will have to come around to here, right? And that'll tie these two tanks together. Then this one can come out and go back into here, right? So that you'll have two bitumen tanks here. I like the idea too, because that's going to be like plenty of, right? If we start having problems, we're holding an excess. I'm okay with that, right? So now we want to figure out what we want to do. So this will be bitumen, and then so what I'm thinking of is if we put, spin this around so that it's, and this will be for trucks, right? And so we'll probably put it, you know what? Did we put this the wrong way? No, but what we want to do, no, this is fine. Well, we can cheat it over this way a little bit. Yeah, this will be fine, I think. All right, we put that, so we'll connect it up with a road here very shortly. Let's do a little more leveling. And then we need to get into gas tanks. You know what, we could also go... Yeah, you know what, let's... I did something wrong there anyway. Let's go get this... Where the heck am I? I don't know which direction I'm facing. Yeah, this road should be done for our little schoolhouse thing. Yeah. Let's go get these assigned. Hopefully maybe we can do that at the very, very end. I don't know if they'll be done in 10 minutes or not. But where was the other one? Chemsaw, right? You kind of got some other... Oops, that's a road vehicle. And then I closed it. Oh, so you're still not done that road? Oh, no electrical components, because I didn't switch you. Yeah, where is your... I think they're here, right? Yeah, electrical and mechanical components. Well, good. That's why you check things, I guess. Right, and then electrical components. What else is in here? Yeah, you don't need electronics. All right, good. Look at these guys. How'd you end up head to head? Or no, you're not. Yeah, how did you guys end up head to head? Oh, good lord. All right, well, we'll straighten that out in a while. Let's get this done. And you can see why I want to build parallel tracks, maybe. Yeah, and why are you all jammed up? Oh, because that guy was... going by. Okay, I'm fine with that, of course. Yeah, now what are you? Are you heading? Are you busy? No, why are you not busy? Oh, because they did that. Yeah, see, they do that, like, get up to this certain point, and it messes them up when they have those turnbacks like that. That's fine. We can get that assigned. Now, hopefully we can intercept him also when he gets up to here, that he doesn't let people in until we get these tracks done, right? But that'll be good, because then I can put, like, a crisscross right here, and then from that point on, all of the construction can be done, you know, from whichever side we want. We can go in here if we want to build some, but we can also go over here if we want as well. Good. And then they won't interfere with each other too much, right? Now, why are you open? Oh, you're our steel. You're our steel guy. Everybody's all jammed up, so we may have to. We'll see. The whole network is now broken. It appears because of our deciding not to build a parallel track. But I'm just gonna close my eyes and keep going. And I think you guys, I hope, truly understand why I pause the game when I try to do these constructions. Right, because I really shouldn't be sitting here designing stuff. I should be babysitting to try to keep things flowing as efficiently as possible, which is just boring, right? I mean, it's, you know, I guess if you could put it all together, then it would maybe not be quite so boring at that point, but yeah, so we need to get 2 tracks in here. Yeah, our money's trickling down a little bit because we've not, all the fine and fancy exporting stuff we did is no longer being done. Yeah, so I just want to kind of square this up a little bit more so we could fit 2 fuel tanks in here, and hopefully, yeah, how are we going to do this? This guy, yeah, the fuel, I'm assuming, would come around this way. Yeah, so let's, I don't think I need to level too much more. Let me go ahead and let's go over to the roads. I just want to assign a paved road here, because what I'm thinking of is, yeah, this, well, we could keep this low on the ground, can't we? Yeah, let's go back over here. So put this in like that, and then, yeah, now that I think about it, rather than looping all the way around, what I think I can do is, yeah, let's go like to here, and then there. One last thing. Let's go back to the roads. I want to make sure I can get a, yeah, that guy can get built from the other way. This guy's going to need a road out. Yeah, so let's make sure that that's the thing, right? So I can tuck that into there one way or the other. But at least when we go to build these tanks, I know we can get a road in. Good. So now what we need to do is, yeah, this guy, you know, I should have, let's go back to here. Unfortunately, when you cancel a pipe, you cancel the whole darn thing. Yeah, I'll go up 2. Yeah, we'll just sort of point that guy more right at that other one, right? Let's go over here. Go down 2. Yeah, I don't know if we can. There we go. All right, so no, that's not what we want. You know what? Let's keep on the pipes again. This is the outgoing. We're not going to have any outgoing from here, but we need, this actually needs to go to, that needs to go to the tanks, right? Yeah. So now that I did that, I think we need more room. Need a little more room for the tanks. Let me let me pause the recording because I would like to get this done, and it'll just take a little bit longer than the time I have left to level this out. So let me level this out a little bit, and then I'll keep an eye on these guys, but I'm going to just pause time even while I just level this out. That way we can end the episode around an hour and actually, you know, sort of call this not done, but planned, right? All right, I'll see you guys in 1 minute. Okay, that didn't take very long. But I put down the 2 tanks just to make sure they would fit in there. So now, hopefully I have everything lined up right. We'll find out in a second. So now we can come back up this hill, right? Yeah, let's go there. Now you're gonna have to, you might as well go up in the air earlier, right? 2 little chunks. Yeah, okay, right there. You want to stay up in the air over the road because you just like look better. I don't think it makes too much difference on the price. And then we can go back down. So this tank will attach to that tank. And then this might be a little bit tough. Yeah, you know, as long as we can get up. Yeah, I like how flexible these pipes are. Yeah, it almost doesn't even look too bad. Right? So now fuel will come out of here into these tanks. Now we need to make sure that we build the what do you call it? The tanks first, right? Yeah, so then and then that way we can like say, you know, bitumen goes in here. So this needs to get attached to that, right? Yeah, because it's going to come into here. And then while we don't have this needs to get assigned. No, it's going to have to come out of here over to there. So until we get some more of this built, that's right. I already said that. I forgot in the 10 minutes. So yeah, we'll just let this go because I don't want to cut off our asphalt too quickly. And then, yeah, see like this truck, we can eliminate that truck. I'm glad to see he can get in there under our pipe plan anyway. And then the last thing, we could get the road. I widened this out a little bit extra so that we can, oh, maybe not enough. At least the road is not bent enough. About like there. A little bit of a fiasco of a road. I don't want to attach this because let's just let that be one project, right? Yeah, so we can commit to the pipes so we don't do something dumb, and then we'll get working on this, and it shouldn't interrupt our operation too much here because this should still be flowing out and into there, right? Or no, it does interrupt our operation because we can't get any bitumen out of here, but that's okay. Yeah, never mind. It was, though that does interrupt, but we should have, yeah, we have a full tank of bitumen, so I'm not too worried. And that's the kind of reason I want 2 tanks, right? Because we're just, I don't mind selling off the excess, but I want plenty of it floating around so we don't, even if we have a fiasco, we have a big buffer. So let's turn off the wireframe for a second here. And how are we doing down here? We could probably, yeah, we can assign more houses to be built, I would imagine. I'm just going to build them all. Well, maybe not that one. Yeah, none of these roads are done. These roads are done. Good. That's plenty for him to do for the next while. Now, how, speaking of our road guy, how is he doing? Yep, he's got plenty to do as well. Oh, we're still paused. We don't need to be paused. Sorry about that. Now what? The school. I did assign, just because I was over here checking, I did assign the construction office to start working on that, but I don't think we're going to get that done in this episode. I think we're pretty much at an end here with the time we have, but this guy, is he working on that one? Yes, so this guy is working on that one, and, you know, we'll be able to move the teachers over, and then I'm just probably gonna at least fast forward, not fast forward. I'm going to at least, between the episodes, I'm going to get this done. Maybe I'll come back. Now, what is your malfunction? Do we have a signal issue? Yes, we do. And we have another signal issue here. There we go. Good. So they should be able to get back in and out. Good. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the 100th episode. It's kind of I guess it's a milestone. I don't know. In some ways, just another number, but I will get this fiasco at least to where we're ready to straighten it out, and that's probably where I'll come back, which isn't too long, right? So thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me so much in the first 100 episodes. Maybe we'll have another 100 as well as it's going. So we'll see what happens. But at some point, we'll actually might get done with this map to a degree, right? And want to start over with new mechanics and, now that we know we got pollution and we've got cars and all kinds of things to work into here. So, but at this point, I'm enjoying this map so much, I hate to give it all up. I mean, it is a massive, my computer's still holding up pretty well with it, right? I'm a little bit laggy, but nothing that's, I can't deal with. So, all right, guys, thank you very much. I definitely appreciate it, all your support. Have a good day and take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.